everybody, welcome to Vanessa's van life journey. I am Vanessa and I live in a van and her name is Treasure. I am doing a DIY van conversion on my Ford E250 Ford Transit van, and her name is, I think we named her Sunflower. I'm not sure. Y'all leave a comment in the comment bar below and let me know what we named her if you remember. I think it's Sunflower. So anyway, you guys, today I am cutting out the foam installation for the floor and also for the wood on the floor. Now, this is not my complete setup for my floor, but I'm waiting on some things to come in the mail and they won't be in until August. So in the meantime and in the between time, I am cutting out the floor. I had the material, so I'm cutting it out, laying it and fitting it in, so that way when everything else come in, this will already be cut out. So it's easier to cut your foam out. Again, you're going to use a jigsaw to cut it out. If you have some kind of pattern, a mat that you've pulled out of your vehicle, you could just trace that on to the styrofoam, or you can make you a pattern out of the brown paper that you get from Home Depot. I had a mat in my vehicle already, so I just traced it onto this, and in the back there was like a 3 to 4 inch gap that wasn't going to have styrofoam on it because they didn't have that part covered on the rug, but I am going to also include that into my floor plan as well. So as you see here, I already cut out a piece of the styrofoam and I'm just fitting it in to make sure everything is going to be okay, because when you cut your wood might be a little tighter because it doesn't give that much. So you want to make sure you leave a little room, so when you put your wood down, it'll be able to fit properly. So in this situation, I did see that the foam was a little tight in certain areas, and I didn't know, once I traced this over on my wood, if that's going to make the wood too tight, because you're not going to have as much play with the wood as you will with the foam. So I have my jigsaw here and I'm just going to cut this little area that needs to be cut. Now, as far as the end of the foam board, you're gonna see when I put this back that it's a little longer than what I need it to be. So I'm just going to go underneath and I'm gonna trace it with the marker, so that way I can know exactly where I need to cut it at. The foam board is more forgiving, again, than the plywood, so that's why you want to make sure you get a good fit on the foam board and it's not too tight or too snug, because your wood is not going to give you that much play at all. So I'm just taking my marker and taking it and going underneath the foam board all the way across from one side to the other. That's going to give me my guide to let me know where to cut the wood at. So that's what I'm doing. It's a very simple and easy process, you guys. Don't be intimidated by any part of your van build. If there's something that you don't know, just go type it in on YouTube and watch some videos, and watch multiple videos, because everybody does things differently. Find the way that you think will work for you. There's no certain way or no perfect way to do a van build. The major things that I would suggest that you focus on is make sure you are properly insulating your van walls, your ceiling, and your floor. I have seen a lot of people just put their plywood straight down onto the metal of the van without insulating at all, and I think that is a huge mistake. Even though with my last van build, I think I just put reflective down, and when it was cold in the van, even though I had heat going, the floor would still be cold. So I do suggest 100% to put some foam board down, and also you're going to see me also putting the heat barrier down. That is like a little rubber mat. I'm going to put that down on my floor as well. As I stated, I'm just waiting for it to come in the mail, so I will have to pull all this up once the other product that I'm waiting for comes in the mail. But like, I just wanted to cut it out and have everything ready to go. So this was a pretty good fit. Now what I'm gonna do, once you get your foam board fitting properly, what you want to do is take this and put it on top of your plywood and trace it out. So I have a piece of plywood that I'm gonna turn the long way, and I'm gonna put my foam board on top of it, trace it out, and then come back. And the foam board is going in my van build, you guys. So I pretty much am having 4 levels of insulation. We are putting down the what do they call this stuff? The sound deadening on the floor, on the walls, on the ceiling. And then I'm putting the heat barrier resistant on top of that, on the floor, on the walls, and on the ceiling. And on the floor, I have the foam board that I'm going to put on top of that. And then we're going to put the plywood. So that is 4 layers of protection. And on top of the plywood, then we're going to have our tile. And that should give us a little bit more security, where our vehicle is not just freezing cold or hot, too hot to trot. So we just want to make sure that we are insulating each and every area in the van, because again, metal is a conductor. And what that means is, if it's cold outside, the metal is going to be cold. If it's hot outside, the metal is going to be hot. So you want to make sure you are insulating the metal properly, every barrier between the metal and the floor, or the metal and the walls. You want to make sure you're insulating all of that properly, because metal is a conductor. You're not going to be able to insulate every inch of the metal, but the more metal you insulate, the better, and the more protection and the more comfortable you're going to be inside of your van home. So as you can see, I cut the wood out with my pattern that I had of the foam board, and now I just need to maneuver it a little bit and get it in. As you can see, I might be having a little trouble because the wood is not as pliable as the foam board. If you can have 2 people help you, or if this can be a two person's job, if you can have someone else to help you, it would be better. As you see, I'm doing this by myself, so I have to walk around the vehicle, come on the inside, and try to get everything to fit properly from the other side. So this was my process, you guys, of insulating my floor, putting my floor in. As I stated before, I'm going to have to pull this up when I get my other material that I'm waiting on. But I hope this video was helpful. So if you have any questions, let me know in the comments bar below, and let me know if this video was helpful at all. I do have a few changes that I am going to make to this, and I will talk to you about them in a future video, because I did make a mistake. Now, you could do it this way, but I just choose to do it differently. So I will talk about that in a future video. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Leave lots of comments down below. Share the video with your family members and your friends, anyone that you think is interested in van life. And I will talk to you guys later. I appreciate you and I love you. Thanks for watching. Bye now.